Hi, I'm DeeBee Daws, and I'm living welderly with positivity as I age with purpose while changing by design. As we age, life brings inevitable changes, some of which can be challenging. We may face declining health, loss of loved ones, and a reduction in physical capabilities. However, one thing remains completely within our control: our attitude. Having a good attitude as we become elderly is one of the most important keys to maintaining a sense of purpose, happiness, and fulfillment in our later years. A positive mindset helps not only in coping with difficulties, but also in making the most of the time we have, enjoying meaningful connections, and continuing to grow as individuals. Today, we're going to explore why having a good attitude is essential as we grow older, how it affects both mental and physical health, the impact it has on our relationships, and ways to cultivate and maintain positivity throughout the aging process. Aging is a natural part of life. From the time we are born, we are on a journey toward growing older. However, as people begin to approach their senior years, many feel anxiety about the changes they will experience. Concerns about physical limitations, mental sharpness, and even one's legacy can weigh heavily on the mind. Despite these challenges, a good attitude can be the difference between feeling overwhelmed and maintaining a sense of optimism. One key aspect of aging is the concept of acceptance. As we grow older, it's essential to accept that some things are beyond our control. This doesn't mean giving up, but rather acknowledging the limitations that come with age while still focusing on what can be changed. A good attitude is rooted in this idea of acceptance, choosing to focus on the positive aspects of life rather than constantly worrying about the negative. It's about recognizing that while we may not be able to control time or the physical effects of aging, we can control how we respond to these changes. The link between mental outlook and physical health is well documented. Numerous studies have shown that people who maintain a positive attitude throughout life, especially into old age, tend to experience better overall health than those with a more negative outlook. A good attitude has been associated with lower rates of chronic illness, improved immune function, and even longer life expectancy. One reason for this is that a positive attitude can reduce stress. Chronic stress has long been known to negatively affect both mental and physical health, contributing to conditions such as heart disease, high blood pressure, and depression. When we approach aging with a sense of gratitude and optimism, we are less likely to be bogged down by the stress of daily life. Instead of worrying about what we've lost, we focus on what we still have and how we can continue to grow and contribute. Additionally, having a good attitude can improve cognitive function. People who remain mentally active, curious, and engaged tend to have sharper minds as they age. This is often because a positive outlook encourages continued learning and mental stimulation. Whether through reading, engaging in new hobbies, or maintaining an active social life, a good attitude helps keep the brain young and agile. Aging can also bring changes in relationships. Friends and family members may pass away, move away, or become more distant. Friends and family members may pass away, move away, or become more distant over time. For some, loneliness becomes a real concern in old age. However, a good attitude can play a critical role in maintaining and even strengthening relationships as we grow older. People with a positive attitude tend to attract others. They are more enjoyable to be around because they radiate warmth, gratitude, and joy. Maintaining this kind of attitude can help elders form new friendships and keep existing relationships healthy. It's easy to fall into a mindset of negativity, particularly when dealing with loss or loneliness. But choosing to remain open and kind can lead to deeper and fulfilling connections, even in later life. Moreover, a good attitude allows us to approach challenges in relationships with patience and understanding. As we age, it's easy to become frustrated with physical or cognitive limitations, both our own and those of others. This frustration can lead to tension in relationships, especially with family members who may be caretakers. However, approaching these situations with a positive, patient attitude can make a huge difference. Not only does it help preserve relationships, but it also reduces the likelihood of feeling isolated or burdened by others. One of the greatest fears people have about aging is losing their sense of purpose. After retirement or the end of certain life roles, such as parenting, many people struggle to find what gives their life meaning. This can lead to feelings of depression and a sense of being lost. However, a good attitude is essential for finding and maintaining purpose, regardless of age. A positive outlook encourages us to focus on the ways we can continue to contribute and grow, even in a small way. Perhaps we can volunteer, take up a hobby we've always wanted to try, or simply spend more time being there for loved ones. Having a good attitude allows us to see the value in these activities and recognize that our contributions, no matter how big or small, matter. Additionally, the aging process can offer new opportunities for self-reflection and growth. We can use our wisdom and experience to guide others or to simply appreciate life in a way we may not have before. Instead of seeing aging as a time of loss, we can see it as a time of transformation, an opportunity to become the best versions of ourselves. While the benefits of having a good attitude in old age are clear, the question remains, how can we cultivate and maintain positivity as we face the inevitable challenges that come with aging? One way to do this is through gratitude. Taking time each day to reflect on what we are thankful for can significantly improve our outlook on life. Whether it's appreciating the beauty of nature, the love of family and friends, or simply the joy of being alive, gratitude can shift our focus from what's missing to what's present. Another important factor is staying engaged, whether through hobbies, social activities, or intellectual pursuits. Keeping the mind and body active helps maintain a positive outlook. Physical exercise, even gentle forms like walking or yoga, has been shown to improve mood and mental clarity. Finally, surrounding ourselves with positive influences, whether people, books, or activities, can reinforce a good attitude. We're often shaped by the company we keep, and spending time with those who are optimistic and encouraging can make a significant difference in how we see the world. Aging is a natural part of life, but how we experience it is largely influenced by our attitude. By embracing a positive outlook, we can improve both our mental and physical health, maintain strong and meaningful relationships, and find purpose and joy in our later years. While we cannot stop the passage of time, we can choose to approach it with gratitude, optimism, and grace. In the end, a good attitude is not only the key to aging well, but also to living a fulfilled life, no matter our age. I have a story today about a woman with a positive mindset, and that led her to accomplish a very unusual goal. In 1901, in the small town of Bay City, Michigan, Civil War widow Annie Taylor was thinking about retiring. For years, she had given dance lessons and etiquette lessons to children. But as she got older, the students stopped coming. She had no savings and wasn't interested in getting an ordinary job. She wanted fame and fortune. She just didn't know how to get it. One evening, she was reading a newspaper article about all the tourists flocking to see Niagara Falls. She decided to show them something far more exciting than waterfalls, something never seen before. The first person to go over the falls in a barrel. An ordinary pickle barrel wouldn't do, so Annie designed one herself. It was made of white oak and reinforced with iron bands. A blacksmith's anvil was set in the bottom to keep the barrel upright. She would grip metal handles and be secured with leather straps. Annie was ready to take the plunge, but wanted to make sure people were there to watch. For weeks, newspapers and posters advertised the fearless Mrs. Taylor and her daring, death-defying stunt. On October 21, 1901, on her 63rd birthday, Annie rode to the falls in a carriage. Thousands had come out to witness the spectacle. She strapped herself in and crammed pillows around her. The barrel was sealed and fastened with screws. People gasped as the barrel tumbled and tossed its way closer to the edge. The roaring of the falls drowned out the excited and terrified roaring of the crowd as Annie went over and down. At first, nothing could be seen in the swirling water. Then Annie's barrel bobbed to the surface. It floated to the shore, and workmen frantically sawed off the top of the barrel. Annie slowly crawled out. She was bruised and battered, but alive. The first thing she said was, "I prayed every second I was in the barrel, except for a few seconds after the fall when I was unconscious." Annie may not have made the fortune she had hoped for, but she loved sharing her story. She set up a souvenir stand near Niagara Falls and sold postcards and booklets about her life. The Queen of the Falls will go down in history as one fearless and perhaps a bit reckless daredevil. Here's an interesting side note. 19 people have tried to ride Niagara Falls in a barrel, or in worse than a barrel. 4 died. 6 were stopped before they could try it. 9 made the fall and lived to tell of it. I feel the need to do a disclaimer here. This story was for information only. I don't recommend this sort of thing to anyone. In fact, I think it's against the laws there now. That's all for today. But if you like today's podcast, give it a like and then share it with someone you care about. I have similar messages on TikTok and Instagram. I appreciate the YouTube and the podcast platforms too. You can also go to my website, livingwelderly.com, for more information. And of course, I'd love it if you bought my book, Brooks. It's a fantasy novel. It's available on Amazon, Ingram Sparks, or drop me a line and I'll mail you a copy. All the links are below for easy access. Whether you like paper pages, ebook convenience, or the fun of audio, and yes, Brooks is now on audio, and it's available to you. Here's a funny ending for the day. Why did the old man fall down the well? Because he didn't see that well. Bye.